what we were discussing was whether or not the directive of the minister on the 31st of December to disestablish the task team immediately, whether that was ever implemented. It clearly appears to be the case from our interaction, from our discussion, from what I've put to you, from what you've put to the honourable members before this committee, that that was not the case. It was never implemented immediately. There were differences, maybe we can leave it at that. There were differences with this plan, but at the end of the day, we know that the PKTT still exists and is still in operation.
I agree. It was never implemented fully, but what happened is exactly in terms of the action plan that says this is what is going to unfold. We are going to be taking the docket. The phase-out approach talks about 3 stages. The first stage being to take the docket to murder and robbery unit, which was presented by General Khumalo in cabinet, in Parliament, Portfolio Committee, and the very next day at the meeting of the 6th. Now, that is what they were implementing in phases. The first phase being to take the dockets to the murder and robbery units. That is why the other dockets and instruction was given that they be, the 3 dockets and instruction was given that they be sent to Eastern Cape, Umtata. But the bottom line is that what the National Commissioner and General Khumalo presented on the 6th, that we are going to face it in, is what happened. The bringing of the docket is the first phase. And remember that the National Commissioner had already said he gave an instruction and even told them that ignore that one, to ignore my instructions, and of which the National Commissioner is allowed to do that. So whatever that flowed thereafter from General Khumalo cannot say, or anybody for that matter cannot say, yeah, but you gave these instructions and it was complied with. Already the National Commissioner instructed General Khumalo to say, ignore that one, or ignore this. This is where we are going now. So there's no way any other person can listen to me over and above the National Commissioner, especially knowing the position of the National Commissioner. So General Khumalo cannot here come and say, or General Sintumula cannot say, I was instructed by General Sibiya. The bottom line is, the National Commissioner said, Khumalo, do this, and that is the report that was presented before the minister. That includes the phase-out approach. Now, when we talk about the phase-out approach, this is what the National Commissioner said, we are going to do it in terms of the phase-out approach. Now, the phase-out approach, let's spell it out. The first phase is bringing the dockets that are under investigation. The second phase means the dockets that are in court for decision and in between. The third phase being the court dockets that had to now be carrying on until their finalization. To an extent that they, in their presentation, they even said most of the cases will actually end in 2025, which was not correct. We are almost towards the end of 2025 and they are far from being over. These are court dockets. You cannot say they will all end in 2025. But of importance is the fact that the first phase says to deliver the dockets to murder and robbery where they belong.